Hello students, this is Neha Gupta, your mathematics teacher, and students, today I have some very important questions of NSTSE for you. Alright, so students, all questions are very important, all questions are very conceptual, so students, please try to solve all the questions with me only. Okay, so here students, this is your first question, and let me see that what is basically my first question saying. So the first question is 1 upon square root of 3.25 plus square root of 2.25 plus 4.25, 3.25 to 5.25, 4.25. Alright, the question is quite complicated because here I have to find the square root of numbers such as 3.25 and 2.25. This is quite difficult to solve, right? And after solving it, then just add it and then just do the reciprocal and then similarly add all the terms. It is very time taking, right? So what I have to do, I have to just find out a method with which I can solve the question very easily, right? So before solving the question, just find the pattern. Just find the pattern behind the question. That's basically what pattern is question following. If you are able to find out this thing, then surely you can solve the question. Okay. So basically, students, if I look at all the numbers, then I can see that the difference between each number is one only, right? The difference between each number is one only. So this one, can I write 3.25 minus 2.25? I think yes, I can do, right? And the denominator will be same 3.25 plus square root of 2.25. Perfect, very good. Similarly, the next term I can write 4.25 minus 3.25 because this is also equal to 1 and this is the same 4.25 plus square root of 3.25. Very good. The next is similar to 5.25 is 5.25 minus 4.25 and in the denominator I have square root of 5.25 plus square root of 4.25. Similarly, I have 6.25 minus 5.25 and in the denominator I have square root of 6.25 plus square root of 5.25. Perfect, very good. Okay, now students, this thing, right? This thing, can I write it like this, square root and then whole square, right? Square root and then whole square. Yes, I can write it, right? This is the same thing. So just do this with all the numerals. Okay. Now this thing I can see that this is nothing but a square minus b square, right? This is the form of a square minus b square, which I can write a plus b into a minus b, right? That means square root of 3.25 plus square root of 2.25 multiplied by square root of 3.25 minus square root of 2.25, right? And in the denominator I have, wait a second. Perfect. Okay, and in the denominator I have square root of 3.25 plus square root of 2.25. So I think this term will get cancelled out, right? Only one term is remaining, which is square root of 3.25 minus square root of 2.25. So this method I follow with the rest of the three terms, right? So we will get the similar type of answer, right? So now I can say, now I think I can directly write the values, right? So there is no need to solve the complete question in the exam because you can just directly use the shortcut method which I'm writing here, which I'm using here, right, to save the time in the examination, right? So the next term will become square root of 4.25 minus square root of 3.25. The next term will become square root of 5.25 minus square root of 4.25. Okay, and the rest of the term will become plus square root of 6.25 minus square root of 5.25. Okay, so as you can see, students, some terms will get cancelled out, like wait a second. Yes, so 3.25 and 3.25, 4.25 and 4.25, 5.25 and 5.25. These terms will get cancelled out. The remaining terms are nothing but square root of 6.25 minus square root of 2.25, right? Which is what, students? So this is basically 2.5 and this is basically minus 1.5. That means which is equal to 1. So the correct answer is nothing but equal to 1. Okay. Perfect. Very good. Now let me show you the detailed explanation of this given question. So here students you can find out the detailed explanation. Perfect. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is nothing but choose the HCF of this and this term. Okay. So basically two terms are given, and what I have to do, I have to just find out the HCF, which is highest common factor, right? So to find the HCF, what I have to do, first I have to just find out the factors, right? After converting these into the factors, only I can find out the highest common factor. So first is x to the power 4 minus x cubed plus x plus 1. Okay, so what sorry, this is not plus, this is minus. Okay, so in these two terms, I can take x cubed as common. It becomes x minus 1 plus x minus 1. Perfect. So here I can take x minus 1 again as common. So this becomes x cubed plus 1. This is the factorization form of the first one. Now, in the last one, I have x to the power 4 plus x square plus 1, right? X to the power 4 plus x square plus 1. So, this what I can write, this I can write x to the power 4 plus x square plus 1 plus x square minus x square. What I'm doing, I'm just adding the x square and I'm just subtracting the x square here, right? So, this becomes x to the power 4 plus x square plus x square. This is 2y of x square plus 1. And minus x square I'm writing as it is. So now this is nothing but x square plus 1 whole square, right guys? And this is minus x square, this remains same. Perfect. So this is the factorization of, okay, one more thing I can do here, I can just write it x square plus 1 minus x and x square plus 1 plus x, right? And this is what we can do, x cube minus 1, right? X minus 1 into x cube minus 1. So this I can write what? This I can write x minus 1 will remain same, and this is nothing but x plus 1 into x square minus x plus 1, right? A cube plus b cube is what? A plus b into a square minus a plus b. So this is the formula. This is I'm using here. So I can say that yes, this is the common portion. This is the common factor for in both the expressions. So I can say the highest common factor is nothing but x square minus x plus 1. This is your correct answer. X square minus x plus 1. Yes, option B is your right answer. Perfect. Now let me show you the complete detailed explanation of this question. Perfect. This is done. Now let's proceed with the next question. So the next question is that select the factor of 3x plus 4 into 5x minus 4 plus 9. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to just find out the factor of these given terms. Okay, so this is 3x plus 4 into 5x minus 4 plus 9. Perfect. So first what I can do, I can just multiply both the given brackets, right? So 5x into 3x is 15x square plus this is 20x minus 12x minus plus is minus and 16, 4 into 4 is 16, and then plus next. This I can solve, right? So this is 15x square, this I can also solve. This is a plus 8x and this is minus 7. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to just do the factorization here. So it becomes 15x square plus 15x minus 7x is nothing but equal to 8x minus 7. Okay, so I can take common 15x, this becomes x plus 1. Again, I can take minus 7x common, so it is again x plus 1. That means this is nothing but 15x minus 7 into x plus 1. Okay, so one of the factor is x plus 1. Option C is your right answer. Perfect. So students, this is the detailed explanation of this given question. The next question is that choose the area of a triangle of sides 61 centimeter, 102 centimeter, and 109 centimeter respectively. So basically, three sides of a triangle is given, right? And they are asking for the area. So if three sides of a triangle is given and they are asking for the area, then the formula to find out the area is nothing but square root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c, right? Where a, b, c are the sides of triangle and s is nothing but semi-perimeter, that is a plus b plus c divided by 2. So s is what? A plus b plus c, that means 61 plus 102 plus 109 divided by 2, right? So this is 272 divided by 2, which is nothing but equal to 136 centimeters, right? So area, now I can put the value of S in the area. So this is 136. So this is 136 minus A is what? This is 61. 136 minus B is what? This is 102. And this is 136 minus 109. Perfect. That's it. Done. Okay. Now what I have to do? Just find out the values and then you can find your answer. So area is nothing but equal to, this is 136. 136 minus 61 is what? This is 75. 136 minus 102 is what? This is 34 and this is 27. Perfect. So to find the square root, what I can do here, I can just convert the numbers into the simple form, right? So it becomes 8 into 17. It becomes 5 into 35, 5 into 5 into 3, and this becomes 2 into 17, because 17 times 2 is 34, and this becomes 3 into 9. Okay, that means if I write down it, then it becomes 4 into 17 into 5 into 9. I have to just make the pair of two numbers. That's it. Okay, so this is 3060 centimeter square. 3060 centimeter square. Option C is right answer. Okay, so if three sides of a triangle is given, then what you have to do, my dear students, you just have to do nothing. Just write the values and then you will get your answer. That's it. Perfect. Very nice. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is also quite interesting. So basically what is this part saying? The part saying is that in the given paragraph, okay, in the given graph, okay, so basically one graph is given. Triangle ABC, this triangle, the upper one, and triangle ABD, that means the lower one. They are equilateral triangles. Equilateral triangle means all the sides of a triangle is equal, right? So, as you know that in this diagram, in this graph, basically the coordinates of A and B is given, right? So this is minus A and this is A. That means this side is A and this side is A. So I can say that the complete side is 2A, right? If this is twice A, this is also equal to twice of A, right? If this is twice of A, this is also equal to twice of A, because they are equilateral triangles. This is also twice of A. This is also twice of A. Perfect, because they are equilateral triangles. Very good. Now let me erase this. Okay. Now what is my question saying? That find the coordinates of C and D. Okay. So we have to find the coordinates of these 2 points. Okay. Alright, so how can I solve this question? So, my dear students, basically this whole is 2A, that means this is 2, right? This is A and this side is 2A. Complete. This side is A and this side is 2A. So, students, this is basically a right angle triangle. So, in right angle triangle, if I have 2 sides, then I can find out the third one, right? That means if I have the value of OA and AC, then I can easily find out the value of OC. By Pythagoras theorem, right? So the Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So hypotenuse is 2A. Perfect. This is 2A whole square plus perpendicular. They are asking, let's suppose it is x and base is A. So this is A square. So this is 4A square. This is equal x square plus A square. That means x square is nothing but price of A square. That means x is nothing but square root of 3A. Right? So this side is square root of 3A. Very good. So if this side is square root of 3A, then the point C lies on the y-axis, that means the x coordinate is 0 and the y coordinate is square root of 3A. Similarly, the D is also on the y-axis, that means the x coordinate is 0 and the y coordinate will be negative square root of 3A because it is on the negative side. Right? So perfect. This is the answer for the given question. Now let me show you the detailed complete explanation for this given question. Okay, perfect. And this is the answer. Very nice. Now the next one. The next question is, dear students on the screen, the next question is that choose the result of 2x plus y minus 3z into this minus this. Alright. So basically we have a expression, okay, which is very big. Okay, what I have to do, I have to find the result of this. That means I have to convert it into the simplest form, right? I have to convert it into the simplest form. So how can I do this? Alright, let me try to solve this. So students, basically as I can see that this, if let's suppose that this is A, this is B, and this is C. Alright. Then this is then it is A square, it is B square, it is C square. This is minus AB, this is minus BC, and this is minus AC, right? So I can say that this is nothing but A plus B minus C whole square, right? A plus B minus C whole square, that means some formulas I can put here, okay? And similarly, this is 8x cube plus y cube minus 27z cube minus 18xyz. So this is again, let's suppose A is equals to 2x. So this is 2x whole cube, this is y whole cube, and this is 3z whole cube. So this is A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3AB. Perfect? Very nice. Okay. So some formulas I can see here, students. So I have to proceed according to my given formula, right? So I can write it 2x whole cube plus y cube minus 3z whole cube, right? Minus 3 into 2x into y into minus 3z, right? Minus 8x cube minus y cube plus 27z. 27 it is z cube, right? 27z cube plus 18xyz, right? That's it. Okay. So now, students, what I can do here, as you can see that this is nothing but 36xyz, right? If I open the formula, all values will get cancelled out. Only xyz will remain. So 18xyz and 13xyz is nothing but equal to 36xyz. 36xyz, that means yes, option A is your right answer. Perfect, students. Now let me present the detailed explanation for this given question. Next, this question is also done. Let's move to the next one. Okay, next question is also quite interesting. So first, let me show the complete question. Okay, so basically the question is saying that if a point P lies in between A and B. Okay, so this is your A, this is your B, and point P lies between A and B here, right? So in this question, the equation of the line is also given. Okay, the equation of the line is 2x plus 3y minus 12 is equal to 0, and the coordinate of point P is 2p, comma p minus 3. Okay, so basically in the question it is given that 2p, comma p minus 3 lies on the line 2x plus 3y minus 12 is equal to 0. So if this point lies on the line, that means this point will satisfy the given equation of the line, right? That means 2 into 2p plus 3 into p minus 3 minus 12 is equal to 0, right? So now I have one equation and one variable. I can easily find out the value of p. So this becomes 4p plus 3p minus 9 minus 12 is equal to 0. So 4p plus 3p is 7p, and this is minus 21 is equal to 0. 7p is equal to 21. P is equal to 21 by 7. That is 3 is your right answer. Option B is your correct answer. Perfect. Nice. Now this is the complete solution to this question. Very nice. Now the next one, students. The next question is also quite simple. If a point P lies in between A and B, then which of the following is true? Okay, so this is A and this is B, and point P somewhere lies between A and P. So I can say that AP plus PB is equal to AD, right? AB plus PB, AP, it's P. Let me correct it. Perfect. This is AP plus PB is equal to AB. So AP plus PB is equal to AB. I have correctly, so yes, option C is the right answer. Perfect. So this is the answer of your given question. Very nice. Now the next one, students. The next question is also quite simple and quite interesting. So in the next question, they are saying that in the figure AB, this line is parallel to B, which is shown in the figure. Angle CAB, angle CBA is 60 degree. Angle BCB is 60 degree. Then choose the measure of angle CBE. Alright. I have to find the angle, this angle, right? I have to find this angle. Perfect. So my dear students, to find this angle, basically what I can do here, Okay. Okay. So one animation I can do basically, I can just extend this line till it touches to C. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just extending the line ED so that it can touch the line C. It can intersect the line C. Perfect. So this is the geometrical thing I'm doing here. Right. So perfect. Now all things are clear. Now I can easily find out the angle CDE. Now it is quite simple. So basically, students, if the line DE and the line AB is parallel to each other, and if this angle is 50, then this angle is also equal to 50, right? And my dear student, this is the exterior angle, and they are the two opposite interior angles. So as we know that the exterior angle is basically equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. That means, let's suppose this angle is x, so x is nothing but equal to 60 plus 50. That means 110 degrees. Alright, option C is the right answer. Okay, so there is no need to even write anything. There is no need to pick your pen. You can solve the question verbally, right? Okay, now let me show you the correct explanation for this question. Perfect. Now the next one. The next question is that what is the value of 1 upon 33 whole cube plus 1 upon 44 whole cube minus 7 upon 132 whole cube? Alright. So here students, it is quite difficult to do the whole cube of 1 upon 33, 1 upon 44 and 7 upon 132, right? There are such big terms. So what I can do here, I have to just find out some concept, right? So within seconds we can solve the question. Okay. So in this question, students, I can see one thing that let's suppose this is A. So this is A cube. Let's suppose 1 upon 44 is B. So this is B cube. And let's suppose 7 upon 132 is C. So this is C cube. So this is A cube plus B cube minus C cube. Perfect. So now students, what I can do here? Okay. So one thing I know, okay, now first let me write the values. Okay. So A is nothing but equal to 1 upon 33. B is nothing but 1 upon 44 and C is nothing but 7 upon 132, right? And one thing I know that if let's suppose this is in minus, okay? So if A plus B plus C is equal to 0, then in this case A cube plus B cube plus C cube is nothing but equal to 3ABC, right? This thing I know. Perfect. So I think I can solve the question with this method. Perfect. So here A is 133. So A plus C is what? Let me check this. So this is 1 upon 33 plus this is 1 upon 44 plus this is minus 7 upon 132, right? So let me take the LCM. The LCM will be 132, right? So it becomes 4 plus it becomes 3 minus 7. So 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. So yes, this is 0. So I can say that A cube plus B cube plus C cube will be A into B into C, right? That means A cube plus B cube plus C cube is equal to A, B, C, 3A, B, C, right? So this is 3 into A is what, my dear students? A is 1 upon 33. B is what? It is 1 upon 44. And this is minus 7 upon 133. Perfect. So this is minus 7 upon this. I can cancel out 11 times. So 11 into 44 into 132. So some calculation is there, right, which you have to do. So this is 63888. All right, option C is your correct answer. Perfect. All right, so this question is also done. Now let me show you the complete detailed solution for this given question. Perfect. This is also done. Now students, the next one. All right, this is the next question, and trust me, this is quite simple. Okay. The question is that in the figure, O is the center of the circle. If angle BAD, that means this angle is 45, angle AOC, that means this angle is 130, then choose the measure of angle OCD, that means this angle. This angle I have to find, that means first what I have to do, I have to make it a triangle, right? So I am just joining the B and C. Okay, this is not a straight line, so just make it straight. Perfect. All right. Now, students, if I talk about triangle BOC, okay, what I have to find out here? Angle OCD, that is angle OC and D. This is perfect. So what I'm doing here, I'm just joining the B and C. So if I join the B and C now, OBC is our triangle, right? OBC is a triangle, and in the triangle OBC, as we can see that OC is equal to this, right? Both are radius. Okay, both are radius. That means this side is equal to this side. So when students two sides two sides of any triangle is equal, then the opposite angles are also equal, right? Opposite angles are also equal. So I can say that the opposite angle of side OC is nothing but angle OBC, right? OBC is equal to the opposite angle of this side is nothing, students, but equal to OCC. OCC, right? These two angles are equal to each other. Perfect. And according to the, as we can see here, students, that AOC is basically the exterior angle, right? The exterior angle of these two angles, right? And as you know that the exterior angle is basically equal to the sum of the two interior angles, right? That means the angle OBC plus angle OCD is equal to 130 degrees, right? These two angles are equal. So I can say that angle OBC is equal to angle OCD is equal to the half of 130 degrees, that means 65 degrees. Perfect. The angle is 65 degrees. Alright. So now I have these two angles, but I have to find the angle OCD. Okay. So for this, I know one thing, that ABCD, right? ABCD, this is now a cyclic quadrilateral, right? And we know the property of cyclic quadrilateral. If this is a cyclic quadrilateral, then angle DAB plus angle BCD will be equal to 180 degree, right? Angle GAB plus angle BCD, right? BCD, that means the opposite angles. So opposite angles are always equal to 180 degree, right? So if this is 45, this is 45, then angle BCD is nothing but equal to 180 minus 45, which is equal to 135 degree. So this angle BCD, the complete angle is what? 135. This complete angle 135, and this angle is 65. So I can say that the angle OCD is nothing but 135 minus 65, which is equal to 70 degrees. 70 degrees is your correct answer. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm just trying to find out the complete angle and this is small angle. So if I subtract, then I can get the answer, right? Perfect, students. Now let me present the complete detailed solution for this given question. Okay, in the figure, select the measure angle x. Alright, so basically triangle is given and some angles are given. So what you have to do, you have to just find out the measurement of this angle x. Okay, x you can see here. And what is the given in the question? Basically, the angle is given 110 degrees. This angle is given 25 degrees. Okay. So, my dear student, one more thing is also given, that AB is equal to AD, right? AB is equal to AD. This is also given. So, you know one property, that if two sides of a triangle is equal, then the opposite angles are also equal, right? So, if this angle is 110 degrees, then obviously this angle is 70 degrees because they are making a linear pair, right? And if the angle opposite to AD is 70, then obviously the angle opposite to AB will also be equal to 70 degrees. Perfect. And now the property of the exterior angle, that the exterior angle is basically equal to the sum of two opposite interior angles. That means 70 would be equal to x plus 25 degrees. That means x is nothing but 70 minus 25, which is equal to 45 degrees. So 45 degrees, that is option C is your right answer. So quite easy question, not very much difficult. All you have to do is just try to find out the angle taxes. Okay, perfect. Now let me start with the next question. The next question is that altitude of equilateral triangle is 7 root 3. Choose its area. All right. So basically the altitude of a equilateral triangle is given. Okay. And we know that the altitude of an equilateral triangle is nothing but square root of 3 by 2a, right? This result, please try to remember it directly, okay? Because in the exam, basically it is competitive exam, so you are getting very much less time, okay? So there is no time to solve each and everything in the test paper, right? So just remember this result directly, that the altitude of an equilateral triangle is square root of 3 by 2a, where a is side of triangle, because it is an equilateral triangle, so all sides are equal, right? This is basically equal to 7 square root of 3. Fine. So what I can do here, square root and 3, square root and 3 will be cancelled. So it is nothing but a by 2 is equal to 7. That means a is nothing but equal to 14, right? That means the side of equilateral triangle is 14. Now what we have to do? We have to find out the area of the equilateral triangle. So area will be square root of 3 by 4a square, right? This is the area of an equilateral triangle. Perfect. So this is square root of 3 by 4, and a we have, which is 14. So this is 14 multiplied by 14, I can write, because this is a square, right? So 2 2 ja and 2 7 ja. Again 2 7 ja. So 7 7 49. So 49 root 3 centimeter square. This is your answer. 49 root 3 centimeter square. I can see in the option C. So my dear students, option C is your right answer. Alright, perfect. This is the detailed explanation of this question. Perfect. Then let's move to the next question. The next question is nothing but in the given figure, ABCD is a parallelogram. Alright, ABCD, this is a parallelogram, and L is the midpoint of BC. L is the midpoint of BC. So L is the midpoint of BC. This means DL is equal to BC, right? Now, if area of ABCL, that means this one, right? It is 72 centimeters square. Then select the area of triangle ADC. Triangle ADC, that means this triangle. We have to find out the area of this triangle, right? So basically the area of triangle is what? The area of triangle is nothing but half of base into height, right? So there we need to find out some terms first. Okay, so basically as we know that in parallelogram ABCD, as you can see, ABCD is a parallelogram, right? And AC is the diagonal here, right? AC is the diagonal here. So we can say that area of triangle ABC would be equal to area of triangle ABC, right? Triangle ABC. Perfect. So in triangle ABC, if I look at the triangle ABC, because you know in the parallelogram basically the diagonal cuts the parallelogram into two equal triangles, right? That's why the area of this triangle is equal to the area of this triangle, right? And if I can see that in the triangle ABC, AL is the median. Why AL is the median? Because it is the L is the midpoint of BC. That means we can say that AL is the median. If AL is the median, then I can say that similarly the area of triangle ADL would be equal to area of triangle ACL, right? Because this is the median, so it will cut the complete triangle into two similar triangles, right? Perfect. And it will be equal to half of triangle ADC, right? Because ADC is complete, so it will be half of it, right? And one more thing is given in the question, that the area of ABCL is 72 centimeters square, right? That means the area of quadrilateral ABCL is basically equal to 3 by 4 of area of parallelogram ABCD, right? It is 3 by 4, right? So I can say that the area of parallelogram ABC, alright, so the area of this part, right? Parallelogram ABCD, okay, it would be 72 multiplied by 4 by 3, right? Which I can say 3 to how many times? 3 to just 6, and 3 4 ja, that means 16, that means 9, that means 96 centimeters square, which is equal to area of parallelogram. This is the symbol to represent the parallelogram, parallel and then GM. Okay, parallelogram ABCD. Perfect. Clear till yet? Okay. Now here I have to find the area of triangle ADC, right? Triangle ADC. So what would be the area of triangle ADC? Obviously just half of it, 96. That means this is 48 centimeters square, 48 centimeters square. That means I can say yes, option B is your right answer. Perfect. Yes, the question is quite simple, and this is the detailed explanation of this given question. Perfect. Very nice. Now let's move to the next question. So the next question is also quite simple and quite interesting. Okay. Yeah, the question has some calculation, but it is not very much difficult. So here my question is that choose the area of the given trapezium ABCD. So ABCD, this is a trapezium, right? So in which some sides are given that AB is equals to 42 centimeter, CD is equals to 58 centimeter, BC is equals to 65 centimeter. So what I'm doing, I'm just creating a straight line. Okay, I'm just creating a straight line. This line is straight, right? Okay, just assume that this line is straight. If this line is straight, then this angle is 90 degree, right? This angle is 90 degrees. So in this case, let's suppose this is point E. So DE is basically equal to 42 centimeter, right? This is 42 centimeter. So the side opposite to AB would be equal to 42 centimeter. Now the remaining side EC will be 58 minus 42 because the complete CD is 58 and DE is 50. DE is 42, so it is nothing but 58 minus 42, which is 16, right? So this EC is nothing but equal to 16 centimeter, right? What I have to do here, okay, choose the area of the given trapezium ABCD. So I have to find out the area of this complete trapezium ABCD here. Perfect, this is done. All right. Now, in triangle BEC, as we can see that in triangle BEC, because to find the area, basically what I have to do, I have to find the area of ABED plus area of triangle BEC, right? If we have two sides, then we can find out the area, or if I have the height, then we can apply the formula of trapezium also, right? So first I need is height, okay? First I need is height. Height means I need the length of BE. So I can easily find out the length of BE because BEC is a right angle triangle, and whenever I see right angle triangle, I always recall the Pythagoras theorem, right? So hypotenuse, that means this is 65 square, perpendicular, then this is BE which I have to find out, and this is 16 square. Perfect. That means BE is nothing but square root of 65 square minus 16 square, right? That means this is 4225 and this is 256. Perfect. So this is square root of 3969. That means this is 63. So the length of BE is nothing but equal to 63. This is 63. If this is 63, that means the height of the trapezium is 63, right? So if I have the height, if I have the length of both the sides A and B, the non-parallel sides, the parallel sides, then I can easily find out the area of trapezium ABCD. The area of trapezium ABCD is nothing but half of H into A plus C, right? So half of H, height is what? It is 63. Perfect. This is 63. Okay. And the two parallel sides are 42 and 58. Okay. So some calculation is there. Half into 63 into this is 0 and 5 plus 4 is 9, that means this is 100, that means this is nothing but 50 multiplied by 63, which is nothing but equal to 3150 centimeter square. 3150 centimeter square I can see in option A. So yes, option A is your right answer. Perfect. Alright, let me show the detailed explanation of this question. Perfect. Now the next one. The next question is also quite interesting because this question is a very good example of geometry. Okay, this question looks like very difficult, but trust me, it is not very much difficult. It is very easy. Okay, all right, perfect. So my dear student, first let me read the question. In the given figure, O is the center of the circle. Okay, this is the center of the circle of radius 5 centimeter. The radius is given equal to 5 centimeter. So AB and AC are two chords. AB, this is AB and this is AC are two chords. Both are 6 centimeters. If OA meets BC, if OA meets BC at point M, that means it is intersecting, right? Then find the length of OM. So we have to find this length OM. That's it. Okay, this is your question. Perfect. The question is done. So we have to find out the length of OM. So what I'm doing, let's suppose that OM is nothing but equal to X centimeters. Okay. This is basically an unknown quantity. So let's suppose this is X centimeters, right? Now, what about MA, student? Because OA is nothing but the radius of the circle, which is 5 centimeters, right? So if I talk about MA, then MA is what? MA is 5 minus X. right? 5 minus x centimeter. Perfect. Okay. All right. This is done. So MA now I have, okay, if I talk about DM, if I talk about DM students, okay, so this is basically the chord and yeah, this is the angle here, okay, and these two are equal, right? These two are equal sides, okay. That means in this case, the BM square would be equal to 5 square minus x square, right? BM square is equal to 5 square minus x square. Perfect. Because if this is, if B and A and B are two points on the circumference of the circle and they are creating an angle at the center of the circle, then yes, this angle is equal to 90 degrees. Right? So this is making a right angle triangle. So if this is a right angle triangle, then yes, I can apply the Pythagoras theorem here, right? So let's suppose students, BM square is equal to 5 square minus x square. Okay, perfect. Again, if I talk about the BM square, then BM square is again equal to 6 square minus 5 minus x whole square, right? Because this side MA is 5 minus x, right? And this side is 6. Okay, so again I can apply the Pythagoras theorem here, right? With the BA, correct? Perfect. Now this is your equation number 1 and this is your equation number 2. So from equation number 1 and equation number 2, I can say that 6 square minus 5 minus x whole square. Okay, so sorry. This is dm, no? This is dm. Yeah, this is dm. This is dm square. So if LHS are equal, then I can equate the RHS also. So 6 square minus 5 minus x square is equal to this is 5 square minus x square. Okay. So what I have to do, I have to just open the square here. 6 square is 36 minus 5 square is 25 plus x square minus 10x is equal to 5 square is 25 minus x square. Perfect. This is correct. Okay. Now this is 36 minus 25 minus x square plus 10x is equal to 25 minus x square. So x square and x square, it will get cancelled out. Okay, so now after solving this all part, 10x is equal to 14, that means x is nothing but equal to 1.4. 1.4, that means option C is the right answer. Perfect, the question is also done, the concept is done. Now this is the detailed explanation for this given question. Very nice. Now students, let's move to the next question without wasting our time, because we have so many questions to solve and these questions are very interesting. So it is fun to solve all these questions, right? Perfect. So the next question is from the chapter Mensuration. The length of cold storage is triple its breadth. Okay. So that means it is given that length is equal to triple its breadth. And its height is 5 meters. Okay. Height is also given. Height is given equal to 5 meters. Very good. And its area of its four walls, the area of the four walls is given. Okay, the area of the four walls is given. That means 2h into L plus B, right? The area of the four walls is 2h into L plus B, which is given equal to 720 meters square. Then choose its volume. So what we have to do, we have to find out the volume here, right? That means volume is nothing but L into B into H. Perfect. So B is equal to L into B into H is given equal to 5. But L and B are not given. In fact, one relation is given between L and B. Okay. So this I have to find out here, right? Perfect. I can do it very easily. So this is 2 into the height is nothing but equal to 5 and this is L plus B is equal to 720 meter square, right? So 5 into 2 is 10. L I can write equal to 3B from equation number 1. Let's suppose this is your equation number 1. Plus B is equal to 720 meter square, right? So I can say 3B plus B is 4B. 0 and 0 will get cancelled out. So 4B is equal to 72. That means B is nothing but equal to 18 meters. Okay, now I have the value of B. So let's try to find out the value of L also, right? So L is equal to C into B. So B is 18. That means L is nothing but equal to 54. I have the value of LB. So I can easily find out the value of volume. Volume is equal to L is 54. This is 18 and this is 5. Okay, so just multiply it and then you can get your answer. So say 4860 meter cube. Yeah, this is your answer. Perfect. Now let me show you the detailed explanation of this question. Perfect. Let's move to the next question. So, my dear student, this is the next question. The next question is saying that the largest possible sphere is curved out from a solid woolen tube. Choose the percentage of wood wasted in the process. Okay, perfect. The largest possible sphere is curved out from a solid wooden tube. Okay, so let's suppose, as we are talking about the tube here, that means all sides are equal, right? So let the side of tube be 2 twice of r centimeters. Okay, let's suppose this is okay. Then in this case, what will be the volume? Okay, so in this case, the volume will be 2r whole cube, right? That means I can say it is 8r cube. Perfect, this is the volume in this case. Okay, so now the question is saying that the radius of the biggest possible sphere curved from tube. Okay, what will be the radius of the biggest sphere curved from the tube? So it will be twice of r upon 2, right? Twice of r upon 2, that means this would be r centimeter. That's why I am taking it 2r, so that these quantities will not come in the fraction form, right? Okay, so in this case, the volume of sphere will be 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? That means it is 4 by 3, pi is 22 by 7, and radius is what? Radius is r cube, right? That means this is 88 divided by 21 r cube centimeter cube. This is the volume of the sphere. Now we have to find out the volume of waste, wood waste, right? So the volume of wood waste is what it will be equal to. So it is 8r cube, and from this I have to subtract this quantity, right? 88 upon 21 centimeter cube, right? R cube centimeter cube. Perfect. This will be the volume of the wood base. Okay. Now let me make some space for me. Okay. So now I get the volume of the wood base, right? Perfect. So basically, what I'm trying to solve here is just a second. Oh, it is all erased. No problem. Okay. So the volume of wood waste, the volume of wood waste is nothing but equals to 8r cube minus 88 upon 21 r cube, right? This is the volume of wood waste. Now what we are trying to find out, choose the percentage of wood waste in the process. So we have to find out the percentage here, right? So if I solve this quantity 8r cube minus 88 upon 21 r cube, then yes, 21 is the LCM here, and it would be 168 r cube minus this is 88 r cube, right? That means this is 80 r cube upon 21. 80 r cube upon 21. Now we have to find out the percentage, right? Quantity now we have. Now we have to find out the percentage. So percentage will be what? Percentage will be volume of wood base divided by total volume, right? Volume of total wood multiplied by 100, right? This will be the percentage. This is how we calculate the percent, right? The scoring marks upon the total marks into 100. Okay, so same method I am using here. Perfect. So volume of the wood base is this, right? It is this. So this is 80 upon 21 centimeter cube, and the total volume is 8r cube, right? Because the side I am assuming it is 2r. Okay, so the volume is 8r cube, and to find out the percentage, I have to multiply it with 100. That's it. So now some calculation is there, nothing else, right? So this is also r cube, so r cube and r cube, this is cancelled out, right? So it becomes 8 to 10 times, right? 8 to 10 times. So it becomes 1000 upon 21. 1000 upon 21. That means if I convert it into the mixed fraction, because the answer given all in the mixed fraction, right? So this is 47, 13 upon 21%. Perfect. This is your answer. Okay. So yeah, in the question of mensuration, there are some calculations, but they are not very much difficult, right? Perfect. So yes, this is the answer of the given question. Perfect. So now let me present the next question, students. All right. This is the explanation, and this is the next question. So here, students, this is the next question. In the next question, they are saying that in the figure, AB is the diameter. Okay, one figure is given. So basically, a circle is given here, and the diameter of the circle is AB of the circle, and CD. This is CD. It is parallel to AB. That means it is parallel to the given diameter. Okay. And one angle is also given, angle BAD, which is equal to 35 degree. And then select the measure of angle CAD. Select the measure of angle CAD. That means I have to find out this angle. Let's suppose this is your X. Okay. Let's suppose this is X. So this angle, basically the question is asking. Okay. So what I can do here, students, as we know that if AB is a diameter, okay, and it is creating an angle on the circumference of the circle, so it is just half of the angle, right? So this angle is 180 degrees. So what about this angle? This angle is 90 degrees. Perfect. This angle is, in this case, the angle is 90 degrees. Very good. This angle is 90 degrees. This is confirmed. Okay. Now, if this angle is 90 degrees, then what about this angle, students? What about this angle? Because this is 90, this is 35. So this angle B must be equal to 180 minus 90 plus 35. Right? So 180 minus 90 plus 35, 5. And this is 2. So this is 125. So my dear students, 180 minus 125, that means 55 degrees. So this angle is now equal to 55 degrees. So now we have all the angles of this triangle. Right? Now, can you see one thing in this question, that ABCD, the all four vertices lies on the circumference of the circle, right? So in this case, if the angle B is equal to 55 degrees, then the sum of two opposite angles, that is the angle B plus angle C, would be equal to 180 degrees, right? The sum of two opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degrees. Right? So if this angle is 55 degrees, then angle C must be equal to 180 minus 55. Right? So 180 minus 55, that means this is 125 degrees. So this angle is 125 degrees. Perfect. This question is done. Okay. Now, if I have the angle D, then I can easily find out the angle A, right? If I have the angle CDA, then I can easily find out the angle CAD. Okay. So now I have one more thing to find out the angle B. What is that? In this question it is given that CD is parallel to AD, right? CD and parallel to AD. So we know if these two lines are parallel and AD would be the transversal line. So in this case, if this angle is 35, then this angle will also be equal to 35 degrees. Perfect. So now I have two angles of the triangle. I have to find the third one, so I can easily get this, right? So in this case, 125 plus 35 plus the required angle X would be equal to 180 degrees, because sum of all the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So in this case, X is equal to 180 minus 160, right? 180 minus 160, which is equal to 20 degrees. So the correct answer is 20 degrees. That means option D is your right answer, my dear students. Perfect. Alright, so this question is done. Now, let me represent the complete detailed solution for this question. Okay, perfect, students. So this is the complete detailed explanation of this question. So the thing that you should keep in your mind is that in a cyclic quadrilateral, the sum of two opposite angles is always equal to 180 degrees, right? So here angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Similarly, the complete angle A and complete angle D is also equal to 180 degrees. Clear? And one thing is also there, that if two parallel lines are given and transversal line is given, then just try to put the concept of the transversal line in these type of questions. Perfect. Here, students, on the screen you can see our first question. The first question says that choose the equivalent of 2.23 bar plus 0.36 bar. Alright, so there you can see bar on some numbers. Okay, so first of all, what is the meaning of bar? Bar means these numbers are repeating. That means 2.23 bar means 2.23, then 23, then 23, and then 23, and up to infinity. That means these two digits are repeating till infinity. Right? So in this situation, we always use a bar symbol. Okay, all right. So here, students, here I have to find the value of this term, right? So and one more thing I can see in the options, that all the options are given into the fraction value. So what we have to do first, we have to just convert these numbers into the fraction value, right? So let's suppose this is your x and this is your y. Let's suppose this is x and this is y. So x is equal to 2.23 bar. Let me represent it into the fraction value. Okay, so it means 2.23, 23, 23, 23 till infinity, right? So you know the process, that if two digits are repeating, let's suppose this is your equation number 1. So if two digits are repeating, just multiply the equation with 100. Okay, you will use zeros according to the repetition of digits. Okay, so let's multiply the equation number with 100. So it becomes 100x is equal to 223.232323 until infinity. Let's suppose this is your equation number 2. Now what you will do, just subtract equation number 2 from equation number 1. So in the LHS it becomes 100x minus x is equal to 223 minus 2. Perfect. So this is 99x is equal to 221. That means x is nothing but equal to 221 upon 99. This is the value for x. Perfect. Now similarly you can find the value of y also, right? So y is nothing but 0.363636 till infinity, right? So here again two digits are repeating, so just multiply the equation with 100. So it becomes 100y is equal to 36.3636 till infinity. Now this is your equation number 1, this is your equation number 2. So just subtract the equation number 2 from equation number 1. So it becomes 100y minus y, that is 99y is equal to 36. That means y is nothing but equal to 36 over 99. Perfect. Now we have two values. So let me add both the values, because the question is asking for the addition of both the values. Okay. All right. So I think the next step is quite simple. You have to just add the number. That's it. Okay. So now here it becomes 221 over 99 minus 36 over 99. All right, this is not minus, this is plus. Okay, so this becomes 257 over 99. 257 over 99. Wait a second, 6 plus 1 is 7, and this is 5, and this is 257 over 99. Okay, this is 257 students. Okay, there is a mistake in the option. This is 225, this is only 225. So this, you can change it to 257. So this option will be your right answer. Perfect. Okay. So there is one shortcut also to solve this question, because in the exam we have very less time. So how can I solve the question in a very less time? Okay. So let me tell you one shortcut to solve this question. Wait a second. Yeah. Let me erase this part, because this is not anymore needed. Okay, so students, how to convert these type of numbers in only a single step in the fraction value. Okay, so this is 223. So what you will do, 2.23, right? So 2.23, just write the number as it is, without any decimal, without any bar over any number, right? Now minus just write the number on which the bar is not present. So 2 is without bar, so just write 2. And in the division, what you will write, on how many numbers, on how many digits the bar is here, 2 digits, so just write 29 here. That's it. So this is the fractional representation of 2.23 bar. Similarly, for 0.36, what you will do, just write the number. This is 36. Okay, so on which digit the bar is not present, it is 0. And how many digits are there with bar? 2. So just write 9 2 times. Okay, so in a single step you can also solve this question. Perfect. So both the methods are discussed. Okay, and this is the detailed explanation for this question. Now let's move to the next question, students. So this is the next question. In a triangle ABC, if angle A minus angle B is equal to 42, angle B minus angle C is equal to 21, then choose the measurement of angle A. Alright, so here we have to find the value of angle A. Perfect. So some values are given that angle A minus angle B is equal to 42. Perfect. Angle B minus angle C is equal to 21. So here students, as we can see that in the equation number 1 and equation number 2, 3 variables are there, right? 3 variables are there and only 2 equations are there. So if we have 2 equations and 3 variables, we cannot find out the value, right? For 3 variables, we should have 3 values. Perfect. So what we will do now? Okay. So here we can see that ABC is a triangle, right? So if ABC is a triangle, then I can say that angle A plus angle B plus angle C is nothing but equals to 180 degree, right? This is your equation number 3. Perfect. Alright. So now we have 3 equations and 3 variables, so we can easily find out the values, right? So let's solve the equation number 1 and equation number 2 first. Just add equation number 1 plus equation number 2. So A plus A, it becomes 2A. Plus B and minus C we can cancel out, and plus C will remain same. It's equal to, if I add these two numbers, then 2, 8 plus 4 is 12, 2, and this is again 2, right? So twice of A plus C is equal to 222, right? So now students, we have the next value, angle B minus angle C is equal to 21. So we can add the equation number 2 and equation number 4. So it becomes twice of angle A plus angle B is equal to 2 plus 1 is 3, 2 plus 2 is 4, and then 2. So we have one equation with angle A and angle B. We have one equation with angle A and angle B. So we can solve the equation and we can find out the value of angle A and angle B. Alright, no worries. Let me represent the detailed solution for this given question, because in this now you have only calculation, okay, which you can do by yourself. Perfect. Now the next question. The next question is on the screen. The next question says that if triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, if angle A is equal to 54 degree, angle B is equal to 61 degree, then choose the longest side of triangle ABC. Alright. So basically, in a triangle ABC, let's suppose this is your triangle A, B, and C. Okay, angle A is given equal to 54, angle B is given equal to 61. So what about angle C? So angle C is nothing but 180 minus angle A plus angle C, right? That means 180 minus 54 plus 61. That means 180 minus 115. That means it is nothing but equal to 65 degree. This angle is 65 degree. Okay. So my dear students, angle C is equal to 65 degree. So they are asking that longest side. They are asking for the longest side of triangle ABC. So longest side is the side which is just opposite to the largest angle, right? The side which is opposite to the largest angle is the longest side. So largest angle is 65 and the side opposite to angle 65 is 80. So I can say that the largest side is nothing but 80, right? And what is the smallest side, students? The smallest side is just opposite to the smallest angle. That means BC is the smallest side. Perfect. So this is how, my dear students, you can solve these type of problems. Alright, you can see the complete detailed solution. Perfect. Now let me represent the next question, students. So here is the next question. In the next question, they are saying that choose the measure of largest angle of a parallelogram. Okay, here they are talking about a parallelogram. So let me draw a parallelogram here, students. My drawing is not very much perfect, but you know the properties of parallelogram, that two opposite sides are parallel and equal to each other, right? Perfect. So choose the measure of largest angle of a parallelogram if the largest angle is 36 less than twice the smallest angle. Perfect. Okay. So in the parallelogram, basically the opposite angles are equal to each other, right? And two adjacent angles. Let's suppose angle A and angle D. These two angles come to 180 degrees, right? These are some properties of a parallelogram, correct? So if the largest angle, let's suppose the largest angle is X. Okay, the largest angle is, if the largest angle is 36 less than twice of the smallest angle. Okay, so let's suppose the smallest angle is equal to X, right? Then what about the largest angle, student? Then in this case, largest angle will be 36 less than twice the smallest angle. Twice the smallest angle and then 36 less. That means 2x minus 36. Perfect. Correct? So now students, if this is the smallest angle, then this will be the largest angle because the opposite angles are equal, right? We have the difference with the adjacent angles. So one property is there that the sum of two adjacent angles is always equal to 180 degrees. That means the sum of the smallest and the largest angle will be equal to 180 degrees. Perfect. So x plus x plus 2x is 3x. So this is 3x minus 36 is equal to 180 degrees. That means 3x is equal to 180 plus 36. Okay, that means price of x is equal to 216. Alright, so I can say x is nothing but equals to 216 divided by 3, which is equal to 72 degrees, right? The question is asking for choose the measure of largest angle. Okay, there you can make the mistake. Okay, you can just see that yeah, angle is 72 degree and somehow you can find the option 72 degree also in the exam. You can just tick and you can go to the next question. But stay focused, students. They are asking about the largest angle, not the smallest angle, because x is the smallest angle, right? So what about the largest angle then? Okay, so the largest angle is 2x minus 36. That means here you have to put the value of x. That means this is 2 into 72 minus 36, which is equal to 108 degrees. So 108 degrees, that means option C is your right answer, not 72. Perfect. Alright, that's very fine. Now let me represent the detailed solution of this question. Perfect. Alright, the next one. Here is the next question, student, and next question is quite interesting because they are talking about the circles and questions related to circles. They are always interesting. Okay, so in this question they are saying that in the figure A and B, these two are the centers of two circles, right? P and Q are the two intersecting points. Like this is the first circle, this is the second circle, and these two circles are intersecting at 2 points, which is P and Q, right? Okay. The next thing is that angle CAQ, this angle given equals to 140 degrees. So select the measure of angle X. So here we have to find this angle, right? The similar one, right? So as we can say that this is the reflex angle, right? The first thing is that this is the reflex angle, and they are asking to measure the angle. And if I look at okay, the options in this question is incorrect. Okay, इस क्वेश्चन में जो ऑप्शंस हैं दे आर इनकरेक्ट. तो आप इस फाइल को दोबारा एडिट कीजिएगा और इस क्वेश्चन को के जो ऑप्शन है उनको चेंज कीजिएगा, क्योंकि इसका जो आंसर आएगा वो आएगा 220 डिग्री. ठीक है, उसके बाद हम इस क्वेश्चन को री रिकॉर्ड कर सकते हैं. अभी जहां से क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट हुआ या तो आप उस पार्ट को कट कर दीजिए. प्लीज स्प्लिट द पार्ट फ्रॉम द क्वेश्चन इज स्टार्टेड. ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट. ओके, I'm starting with the next question. 220 is the answer आएगा. That is not present in the option. Alright, students. So let me present the next question. So here, students, this is the next question. Now, in the next question, what they are saying, as we can see that this question is from the mensuration, and if the question is from mensuration, that means it has some calculation. Okay, perfect, no problem. We can do all the calculations. So here, student, the question is that if curved surface area of a cone is 4070 centimeter square and its total surface area is 7920 centimeter square. So my dear student, what is the total surface area of a cone? The total surface area of a cone is pi r into L plus r, right? Pi r into L plus r, which is equal to 7920. Perfect. So this we can write pi r L plus pi r square is equal to 7920, right? And one more thing is also given. The curved surface area is given. Curved surface area, that is by value of pi r L is also given equal to 4070. Right? So now here, students, what we can do, we can just put the value of pi r L in the equation number 1 and we can find out the value of pi r square, right? So pi r square is this is 7920 minus 4070, right? So pi r square is, my dear student, nothing but 3850, right? Now the value of pi is nothing but 22 by 7. So 22 by 7 r square is 3850, right? That means r square is 3850 multiplied by 7 by 22. Correct? Perfect. Very good. Which I can write. I can cancel out it with 2, 11 times, and okay, 2 2 ja 4, 2 5 ja 10. Correct. And 11 2, can I cancel it out? Let me check. Yes, I can cancel it out with 11. Okay, so 11 times 1 is 11. Now this is 82. So 11 7 ja 77. So 77. This is 5 and this is 175. So r square is nothing but 175 multiplied by 7. That means r is square root of 175 multiplied by 7. So r, we can write 175 to 7 into 5 into 5, and 7 will remain same. Okay, that means r is 7 multiplied by 5. That is 35. Right. So the value of radius, that means the value of r is nothing but equal to 35. And the question is asking that select the height of the cone, right? The question is asking for the height of cone. So now we have the radius, right? Now we have the radius with me. The radius is nothing but equal to 35, right? So I am erasing this all part because this is not needed anymore. From this we need only the value of r which we have now. R is equal to 35, okay? And here we are going to find out the height, that means h. Select the height of the cone. Here we have to find out the value of h. Okay, perfect, no worries. Okay, so now we have the value of r which is equal to 35 centimeter. All measurements are in centimeter, so this will be also equal into the centimeter. Okay, so now students, here it is given that 22 by 7 multiplied by r, that is 35, multiplied by L, which we don't have, is equal to 4070, right? Because pi RL, the value of pi RL is given equal to 4070. Pi is a constant value. R we now have with me, and R I don't have. So here I can find out the value of L very easily, right? So 7 5 35, right? So L is nothing but equal to 4070 divided by 22 multiplied by 5, which is nothing but equal to 37. Okay, so now I have the value of L, right? So if I draw a cone, right? If I draw a cone, then this is something like that. This is your height, right? This is your L and this is your R. That means they are making a right angle triangle. So whenever I see a right angle triangle, I talk about Pythagoras theorem. That means L square is equal to R square plus H square. Here I need the value of H. So H square is nothing but equal to L square minus R square. That means H is square root of L square minus R square. So H is nothing, my dear students. L is 37. So this is 37 square and this is 35 square. Right? So H is equal to 37 square minus 35 square. It is quite difficult to solve. That solves, I'm doing the square of 37, then I'm doing the square of 35, that is 10. I'm getting so much big numbers and I'm subtracting it. So I can directly write down that yes, this is nothing but a square minus b square. So I can do a plus b into a minus b. So 37 plus 35 is 72 and 37 minus 35 is only 2. Perfect. So this is how we can save the time in the exam, right? So this is 144, that is 12. So 12 centimeter, that means yes, option B is the right answer. So this is how students in the calculations also with by using a proper formula you can save some time, right? All right. So this is the correct detailed explanation of the given question. Perfect. Now, students, let me represent the next question. Next question is quite simple and quite interesting also because some diagrams are there, right? So the question is that in which option black colored dot is in outside and gray colored dot is in inside in a randomly shaped string. Okay, so this shape is randomly drawn. Okay, so here we have to find out that the black dot should be outside. Black dot should be outside, okay, and the gray dot should be inside. Okay, so gray dot is in which the gray dot is inside and the black dot is outside. Okay, so let me present the solution for you. So students, in the first one, black is inside, right? As you can see, black is inside, but the gray is in outside, right? Because the string is like that. This is, then this is, then this is going like that. Okay, it is going then, yes, it is going like that, and that, and in this part, right? So as we can see that it is inside, it is outside, and it is sorry, it is inside and it is also inside, right? So in this also both are inside, as we can see very carefully, and in this both are outside, right? This we have the way, and this for this we have this way, right? And for this we have this way, right? So both are outside, and in this the black, the gray is inside, and for the black I have the base, right? This is outside. Okay, so yes, we can say that this one is right. Option D is your right answer. Perfect. Then let's move to the next question. The next question is that select the option that gives a meaningful sequence of the given words. Okay, so some words are given and we have to find out that which one is giving a meaningful sequence, right? Okay, so some words are given like index, content, title, chapter, and introduction. Okay, so my dear students, when I open a book, okay, whenever I open a book, uh, the first thing in the book is a title, right? If we are writing something, that the first main thing is the title, right? The first thing we write the title. So first is title. Okay. Title. The first thing we write in the book is title. Then we have the context, right? Then we write the content. Okay, so CONTENTS is content. Then in the next page we have the index, in which all the name of chapters are written, right? So the next thing is index. Perfect. So when you see the question, okay, wait. First let me explain, then I will tell you the shortcut also. Okay. So after index we have chapters, and in the chapter we have introduction, right? So chapters and then introduction. Perfect. Okay, so that means I can say option B is the right answer. But my dear student, there is no need to consume that much time, because whenever I see the sequence, I can see that yes, title will be the first. Okay, title will be the first. That means the number 3 should come in the first, right? So number 3 we have only in option B, so we can directly pick the option C to save time, right? So this trick we can use to save some time in the exam, right? Right? Alright, perfect students. So this is the sequence of any book. Perfect. Alright, then let me represent the next question, my dear students. Okay. So this is the next question, and my next question says that how many flower heads are there in the visual given below. So how many types of flowers we have in this? Okay. So as we can see here, students, this one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3, this one is 4. Okay, this is already taken, right? You have to only they are talking about the flower heads. Okay, so just focus on the flower heads only. Okay, there is no needed to identify the tape. So this is already taken, this is not taken, so this is 5. All right, this is already taken, this is not taken, right? So this is 6, this is 7, this is 8, and this is already taken. This one is already taken. Now this is not taken, so this is 9. So what you have to do, just write the number on the different heads. That's it. This is what you have to do. Alright, this is 10. This is already taken, right? In the third number. Perfect. Alright, so the next one is this is okay, this is also not taken, so this is 11. Right? This is 11. Perfect. Now this is taken, this is 12. This is 13. This is taken, this is 14, and the last one is also taken. So how many flower heads I have? My dear students, I have the 14 flower heads. Okay, you have to just choose the different ones, right? You have to just choose the different ones. That's it. Perfect. Now the next one. Okay, so the next question is also quite interesting question. So in the next question, they are saying that direction is given and some statements given. So we have to identify that which is an argument argument and which argument is strong. Okay. So here the question is that the question below is followed by two arguments, number 1 and 2. You have to decide that which of the given arguments is a strong argument. Should YouTube be stopped? Okay, so my statement is, should YouTube be stopped? This is my statement. Okay, and for this we have two different arguments, and you have to tell me that which argument is strong or which is only an argument. Okay. All right, perfect. So the first one is that yes, the YouTube misguide young children. Okay, I can say that this is not a strong statement, because in the YouTube we can see some very much content also, which through which we can study, we can gain some knowledge. So much content is there on the YouTube. We can have the lectures, we can have the different courses. So I cannot say that YouTube is only misguiding the young children. Okay, they are providing knowledge also. The next one. No, this is the one of the way to know new technology. I think this is also not a strong way. Okay, because this is not only the way to know the technology, to know about the new technology. There are so many ways. Okay, instead of instead of using YouTube, we can just Google the things. We can use the artificial intelligence. ChatGPT is also there. So many things are also there with which we can know about the new technology. So yes, YouTube is a way, but this is not the only way, right? So I can say that if neither one or nor two is strong, both are not strong statements. Okay, so option D is your right answer, my dear student. Right? Option D, if neither one or nor two is strong. Perfect. The next question is from the pulley. So if pulley wheel on right turn, if pulley wheels on right turn, which other wheel will turn in the same direction? Okay. Perfect. The question is very good. Which turn in the same direction? Okay. So let's suppose this is turn into the right direction, right? So this is basically your right direction, and this is basically your left direction, right? Okay. So if this is moving in this direction, then okay. So this is in this direction, so it will move in this direction. Now move, and this also moves in the same direction. So yes, this is moving in the right direction, and this is also moving in the right direction. So we can say that pulley wheel C is the right answer. Okay, now let me present the answer for this question. Pulley wheel C. Okay.
So first question says, a block of mass m is at rest on a frictionless horizontal table placed in a lab on the surface of the earth. So it says a block of mass m, let's say this is block of mass m, okay, it is placed at rest on a frictionless horizontal surface. Let's say this is a horizontal table placed in the lab, and this table is placed on earth. Okay, so it is horizontal table placed in a lab on the surface of earth. An identical block is at rest, same block of same everything is placed on the frictionless, again both the surfaces are frictionless, horizontal table, and it is placed on the surface of moon. Okay, so let F be the net force necessary to give the earth-bound block an acceleration A. So let's say if we provide force F, it gives the block an acceleration A on the surface of earth. We know that G of moon is 1/6 of earth. Okay, so the force necessary to give the moon-bound block the same acceleration as provided to the one which is on the surface of earth across the table is dash. So we need to tell that how much force we have to apply to this block which is placed on the surface of moon to give it an acceleration same which is given to this block which is placed on the surface of earth. Now let me tell you that we know that G means acceleration due to gravity. What is G? G represents acceleration due to gravity. And we know that acceleration due to gravity is same on the surface of a particular planet. Like if you will take the value on the earth, it comes out to be 9.8 meter per second square. So whatever things are freely falling or falling towards the earth, the acceleration produced in them due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second, and it is irrespective of the mass of the body. Okay. Same way, if we talk about moon, it is seen that g of moon, that is small g of moon, is equal to 1/6 of ge. Means the value of g on moon is approximately 1.63 meter per second square. If you will solve like this, you will find it that it is equal to 1.63 meter per second square. Now both the surfaces are frictionless. Both the surfaces are frictionless, and also both the surfaces are horizontal. Both the surfaces are horizontal, and we know acceleration due to gravity, it acts vertically. It acts vertically. So that is the reason the force required in both the case is going to remain same to provide the same acceleration. Therefore, the answer won't be f by 2, won't be f by 6, won't be f by 3. It will be option D. The reason being, both the surfaces are frictionless and the movement is horizontal. So whatever force you will apply, a body is going to move horizontal. So in that case, vertical force doesn't play any role. Now the question says that a constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg. So that means there is some value of force which is acting on an object whose mass is 5 kg, and it is acting for duration 2 seconds. It is acting for duration 2 seconds. It increases the object's velocity from 3 to 7 meter per second. So initial velocity is 3 meter per second, and it is increased to 7 meter per second, that is final velocity. Now we need to find the magnitude of applied force. First you need to find this constant force for this case. So let's find it first. We know that F is equal to m into A. So m we have is 5 kg, and acceleration we don't have. So basically we can make use of first equation of motion, v is equal to u plus at, that is 7 is equal to 3 plus a we need to find, and time is 2 seconds. So it comes out to be 7 minus 3 is equal to 2a, or we can write that a comes out to be 2 meter per second square. So putting value of 2 here, you will get force as 10 Newton. So force is 10 Newton. Now let's read ahead. If the force is applied for the duration 5 seconds now, same force. So that means same force is applied, but it is applied for time, that is 5 seconds. We need to find the final velocity. Obviously initial velocity will remain same, and we need to find final velocity here. Now how can we find that? We can use v is equal to u plus at. So what is v? We need to find u is 3, time we have is 5, and a can be found by using f is equal to m into a. So it is 10, mass is same, and a comes out to be 2 meter per second square. So putting value of a here, it will be this, and it will come out to be 3 plus 10, that comes out to be 13 meter per second. So option that has these two answers, that is force as 10 Newton and final velocity as 13 meter per second, is the right answer. So which one is right? Option B is correct. Next question. A man has to exert a large force to keep the load stationary above his head. So he's a man and he's holding a load, and he's holding it above his hand, and he has to apply large force. So which statement is correct? Now let me tell you, when he's holding something, here the question is related to work done or not. So basically what is work? Work is ability. What is work? Work is done when force produces motion. When force reduces motion. That means work is done when force acts on a body and it produces, somehow a displacement, or you can say it covers certain distance. So work is done when force produces motion. So its expression becomes W is equal to F into S. Now work done can be said as positive, can be said as negative, or can be equal to 0. So positive work is done when body moves in the same direction in which the force is applied. And negative work is done when force is applied in one direction and body is moving in opposite to it. And 0 work is done is when because expression can be written as Fs cos theta also. So it can be work done is 0 when the angle that it makes, the angle in which the body moves make with the direction of the force applied is 90 degree. So here in this case cos 90 is 0. So work done is said to be 0. Okay. So anything that we are holding up and which is not moving, in that case we say that work done is 0 because there is no displacement. So first option says a man has done work on the load because he has used lot of energy. No. Work is done only and only when a force acts and also a body moves. And here you can see there is no motion. A man has done work on the load because force is large. No. A man has not done work on the load because the resultant force is 0. Here resultant force isn't 0. A man has not done work, correct, on the load because load has not moved, correct. Because force acts but the distance moved is 0 in this case. So therefore work done is 0. So that is the reason which option is correct, students. Option D is correct. Next question. A person walks a distance of 30 meters towards east. So let's say a person walks a distance of 30 meters and towards east with the speed 2 meters per second. So moving with speed 2 meters per second. Okay. And 40 meters towards north, another distance with a speed 3 by 2 meters per second. We need to find its average speed. We need to find average velocity for this journey. Now let me tell you, average speed is total distance travelled by the body in any direction divided by total time taken. So in order to find average speed, we need total distance. So it is travelling 30 meters towards east and 40 towards north. So total becomes 30 plus 40, that is 70 meters. Now we need total time also. So we'll find the time for this first case. So it is equal to speed is equal to distance by time, or we can write time is equal to distance by speed. So it comes out to be 30 by 2, that is 15 seconds. Okay. And for this, again speed is equal to distance by time, or we can write time is equal to distance by speed. Distance is 40 and this is 3 by 2. So comes out to be 80 by 3 seconds. So this is total time. So if we wish to find average speed, we can use this expression, and if you will solve for it, you will get answer as 42 by 25. 42 by 25 meter per second. This is the average speed. Now we need to find average velocity. What is average velocity? Instead of distance, what we write? Total displacement divided by total time. So total time will remain same, that is 15 plus 80 by 3, and displacement we'll find out, like it is 30 in 1 and 40 in 1. So total displacement can be found 30 square plus 40 square, and it comes out to be 70 meters. I hope you know how to find total displacement when the body is traveling towards east and towards in the direction of north. So basically it comes out to be 70. So this is total displacement over total time. So if you solve for it, you will get the answer as 6 by 5. See, you have to do the calculation yourself, okay? So these are the two answers. So basically option D is correct. I hope you understood how to find average speed and average velocity, and if you require total distance and total time, so I think you know how to find that. Option D is the correct answer. Next question. A person standing on a horizontal floor feels two forces. So a person is standing on a horizontal force, let's say this is person standing, and the downward pull of the gravity and the upward supporting force from the floor. So it experiences two forces, one towards the gravity and upward supporting force from the floor. So these two forces in this case is, see, person is standing, that means person is not moving, it is at rest. So A option says have equal magnitude and form an action-reaction pair. Have equal magnitude but do not form an action-reaction pair. Have unequal magnitude and form an action-reaction pair. Have unequal magnitude and do not form an action-reaction pair. We know that if two forces are acting in equal magnitude, right, they don't make the body move. They don't make the body move. Now here a man is stationary, so obviously forces acting are of equal magnitude. Forces are acting on it are of equal magnitude. Now action-reaction pair. For example, if I'm pushing wall, wall is also exerting equal and opposite force. Now here it doesn't form action-reaction pair, because action-reaction pair comes into notice when you have two different objects. That is the reason option B is correct. That is, forces are of equal magnitude but they do not form action-reaction pair, because in that case the bodies have to be different, and here it is acting on the same body. Next, a block of mass 3 kg slides down a frictionless inclined plane. So here we have a frictionless inclined plane and we have a block and its mass is 3 kg. And the length of the plane is 6 meter and height of the plane is 4 meter. If the block is released from the rest, that is initial velocity is 0, from the top of the plane, let's say this is top, okay. So what is the speed at the bottom? So when the body is at rest, we know the energy that it possesses is potential energy. The energy that it possesses is potential energy. And whenever a body is in motion, the energy possessed by it is kinetic energy. We find potential energy as mgh, that is mass of the body, as acceleration due to gravity, and height to which it is placed. Kinetic energy equal to half mv square, that is mass into square of the velocity it possesses. Now in this case we have seen that like here in this case, when a block is at top, it possesses potential energy, but when it starts moving, the same energy gets converted to kinetic energy. So we can say that for this mgh is equal to half mv square. So we can cancel out m because mass of the body block is same for both. We need to find the speed. So basically we can write as v is equal to root of 2gh. Root of 2gh. So if you put the value here, you will find that it comes out to be 9 meter per second. That is 2, and then you have 9.8, and we also have the height. So answer comes out to be option D. Answer comes out to be option D. Next question. An object that is moving with constant speed travels once around a circular path. Then its A displacement is 0, average speed is 0, acceleration is 0, or both A and B. Now let me tell you, we know that what is motion. A body, when a body, covers certain distance with respect to any stationary object or in respect to a reference point, right, or with respect to another object. So then a body is said to be in motion. Now motion, they are of different types. Like you have linear motion when a body is moving in a straight line. You have a circular motion when a body is moving in a circular path. Okay. So when a body is moving in a circular path, let's say a body starts from here and ends up here. So circular path is something where initial and final points, they coincide. Initial and final points, they coincide. Same way if I talk about displacement. So displacement is the shortest path covered by the body. Displacement is shortest path covered by any body. And displacement is 0 when initial and final point, when initial position and final position is same, then displacement becomes 0. Now here when a body is moving in a circular path, it is starting from here and ending at the same. So therefore for this case, displacement is 0. Displacement is 0. Now, here in this case you have options. Displacement is 0. Yes, it is true. Average speed is 0. No, average speed can't be 0 because average speed is total distance by total time. It is traveling distance. Okay, and obviously it is taking some time also. Acceleration is 0. No, when a body is moving in a circular path, it is constantly changing its direction, and when the direction is changed, so that means it possesses the non-uniform velocity, and when you have non-uniform velocity, we say that body is said to be accelerated. So therefore the correct answer for this question is, students, just option A, that is displacement is 0 when a body is moving in a circular path. Next question. 4 solids made up of aluminium, steel, cork and wood are of same shape and same volume. Which of them would have highest inertia? Now what is inertia basically? Inertia is inherent property of any substance which resists the change in it, and inertia depends upon the mass of the body. More is the mass of the body, more inertia it will have. That means more resistance against changing, creating a change in it. For example, if you have two stones rolling down, say one is a bigger stone and one is the smaller stone, so force required to stop that would be more in case of the bigger one. The reason being, it is big in size, its inertia is more, that is, its resistance is more. Therefore, to change its state, force applied will be definitely more. So here in this case, we have options cork, aluminium, steel and wood. And out of 4, which one is having more mass or more density? Obviously, it is steel. That is why inertia possessed would be more for steel. So which answer is correct, students? Option C. Next question. A lady runs up a flight of stairs. Okay. She accelerates in the first 4 steps and then deaccelerates in 3 steps. And eventually she is at rest. So that means when the lady is climbing stairs, then what do we see? That accelerates in first 4 steps. Okay, that means acceleration is increasing in this, and deaccelerates in the last 3 steps, 1, 2 and 3, and then finally she reaches the top. Okay, so find the status of both kinetic and potential energies from the second to the third, from this to this. See, here in this case, if you talk about potential and kinetic energy, we know that potential energy is the energy possessed by the body when it is at rest, and kinetic energy is the energy which is possessed by the body when it is in motion. So here we find potential energy by using mgh relation and kinetic energy by using half mv square. Now when this lady is in between second to third, both of the energies they increase, both of the energy increases. So therefore which answer is correct, students? Option A. The reason being, she's accelerating for first 4 steps but deaccelerated in the last 3 steps. Next question. On the frozen lake, the ice will break if the pressure on it is greater than 1 Newton per centimeter square. So here it is written that frozen lake can withstand the pressure of 1 Newton per centimeter square. And 4 boys PQRS, they stood on the ice. You have 4 boys PQRS, and they are exerting, their weight is this, and the area of the feet is this. So which one will fall through it? So we know that pressure can be calculated by force per unit area. Pressure is basically force per unit area. So using this relation we can find it out. And force can be replaced by weight if weight is given, because weight is also a force with which the earth attracts the objects. So both of them is somehow related. So we can find the pressure for all the cases. So pressure is equal to force upon area, that is 270. For Q it will be, again I'll write here, for P it is 200 by 270. For Q it is 300 by 250. For R it is 400 by 500. And for S it is 500 by 560. I'll tell you the answer that you will get in all the cases. So in first you will get 0.74 Newton per centimeter square. For second case it will be 1.2 Newton per centimeter square. Third would be 0.8 Newton per centimeter square. And for fourth, like if you will find it for fourth, it will be somehow you will calculate, you will get the answer. I don't have the calculation ready with me. So it is a sum about 50 by 56 Newton. Now the one which will fall through, obviously which exert more force than that. So 1.2 is more than 1 because it can withstand the pressure of only 1. So therefore the correct answer is option B, that is Q. It means buoy Q will fall through because force applied by it is like the pressure exerted by it is more than the pressure it can withstand. Now the question says two metallic oxides contain 27.6% and 30.0% oxygen respectively. So here the question is related to percentage. So here it is given that we have got two metallic oxides. Okay, so let's say this is one metallic oxide, this is let's say second metallic oxide. So it is given that one of them contains 27.6% of oxygen. Let's say in the first metallic oxide the percentage of oxygen is 27.6. It is 27.6%. Okay. And in the second, the percentage of oxygen is 30.0%. So if the formula of the first oxide is M3O4, it is given. So we need to find the formula for the second metal oxide. Now here in this question, the perfect way to find it is that first we need to find the percentage of metal here. So if I wish to find percentage of metal, we can write it this, that I'll write here. In case of first oxide, we have M3O4, right? So in this it is present, we can find the metal present is 100 minus obviously 27.6, which comes out to be 72.4 parts. Comes out to be 72.4 parts. Same way we can find in the for the second oxide. So in second oxide, metal present would be 100 minus the percentage of oxygen, which comes out to be 70 parts. Come out to be 70 parts. Okay. Now to find the formula, how we can find it? Because in the first oxide we have seen that 3 atoms of metal combines with 4 atoms of oxygen. 3 atoms of M combines with 4 atoms of O. So we can write here that is 3 atoms of M, that is 72.4 parts, combined with 4 atoms of O, which is 27.6 parts. Now if we wish to find it for 70 parts, we can find that 70 parts is 70 parts of M, because here you have found that metal is 70 parts. So 70 parts of M is equal to 3 by 72.4 into 70 atoms of metal M in the second oxide. So if you will solve it, we will find that it comes out to be 2.9 atoms of M. Same we can find it for oxygen. So how many parts? 30 parts. So we can find same way 30 parts of O would be equal to how many atoms are present here? 4. 4 by 27.6 into 30 atoms of O for the second. So it comes out to be 4.3 atoms. So if you take the ratio, it comes out to be 2.9 ratio 4.35, and if you round it off, it comes out to be 2:3. So that means the formula for the second oxide would be M2O3. So here in this question The option that is correct is not first, not second, not third, it is fourth. So which answer is correct, students? Option D. So I hope you understood. First you need to find the percentage of metal by using the data given for the oxygen, and then for M3O4 it is already given. Using that you can find it for the given parts of M and given parts of O for the second oxide. Next question. Two substances P and Q were made to react to form a third substance P2Q. You can see here that you have two substances P and Q. They are reacting and you get P2Q. What do you get? You get P2Q. Now we need to read the statements given below. Now let me tell you about it. Here when you see that we have got P plus Q. So in this, basically what is reacting? Two elements are reacting and they are forming a compound. Now what exactly a compound is? Compound is formed when the elements, they chemically react with each other. And when they react, they combine in fixed ratio of volume and mass. And also the ratio is always a whole number. It is always a whole number. And whenever a compound is formed, it will not show the properties of its elements. So you can say that properties of compounds are entirely different or independent of the nature of the elements that combine to form a compound. So basically these elements, they do not hold their identity in this compound. Okay, and because it involves chemical reaction, it's a chemical change. So obviously when compound is formed, energy changes also take place. Now these are the few characteristics of the compound. Now here few statements are given. Statement 1 is the product P2Q shows the properties of substances P and Q. No, it doesn't, because P2Q is a compound and compound never show the properties of the elements from which it is formed. It has entirely different properties. Or you can say the properties are independent of the properties of the combining elements. So first statement is wrong. The product will always have a fixed composition. It's true. Because if we wish to form P2Q, it will be formed only when the ratio of volume of P2Q is 2:1. So the ratio, or you can say that compound has got fixed composition. The product so formed cannot be classified as a compound. It is false. It is classified as a compound because compound is formed when atoms of two or more elements combine in a fixed whole number ratio, and the ratio is also fixed. Fourth, the product so formed is an element. No. Element is a substance which is formed of atoms and it cannot be further broken down. But here it is formed by the combination of elements, so definitely it's a compound, not element. So we need to tell that which of the statements concerning the above reactions are incorrect. So the option which states 1, 3 and 4 will be the right answer. That means option C. Option C is the right answer. Next question. An ionic compound of element M and chlorine has formula MCl3. Molecular mass of MCl3 is 118.5. What is the molecular mass of the oxide of the element M? So first of all, I hope you have understood the statement. It is saying that we have got an ionic compound. An ionic compound which is formed by interchanging the valencies of a cation and an anion. And it has got formula MCl3. Now if the formula is MCl3, definitely metal valency would be M3 positive, and in this chloride is used, that is Cl negative. Now if we wish to make its formula for oxygen, so definitely it will use the same valency, and oxygen we know exists as oxide ion O2 negative, and the formula would be M2O3. Because we have to make the same formula using its valency as shown in MCl3. Now we need to find the molecular mass of the oxide. Now how can we find the molecular mass? Definitely if we have molecular mass of M, then we can find it for complete molecule, because atomic mass of oxygen is 16, So if we have mass for M, we can definitely find it for M2O3. Now we don't have M, so we can find the mass of M using this compound, because M used in both the cases is same. So here it is given that molecular mass of MCl3 is 118.5, and we know that molecular mass MCl3, the way of calculating is mass of one atom of M plus 3 into mass of one atom of chlorine. This is how we find. So here it is given, already given, and this we need to find. And for chlorine, we know it is, what do we use? We use 35.5. So if you will solve for it, X will come out to be 12. X will come out to be 12. Now we can use this 12, like mass of M as 12 in this case. So that means molecular mass would be 2 into 12 plus 3 into 16. Comes out to be 24 and 48, which is 72. So that means option C is correct. Which option is correct, student? Option C. So this way you need to find first the mass from one compound, and then because same metal is used for making second, so you can put its mass in the second and find the molecular mass. Next question. Which one of the following statements is true? A statement says a concentrated solution has a large amount of solute dissolved in a large amount of solvent. A dilute solution has a small amount of solute dissolved in a small amount of solvent. A dilute solution has a small amount of solute dissolved in a large amount of solvent. A concentrated solution has a small amount of solute dissolved in a large amount of solvent. Because this question is based on solution, so let's understand solution first. Solution is formed, it is, first you should know that it's a mixture only, and it is formed when we mix two components, two or more components in any ratio, mixing two or more components in any ratio. So basically common type of solution is formed when we make use of two components, and they are called as binary solution. And the component of binary solution is definitely solute and solvent. It is solute and solvent. What is solute? One which is present in less amount, and solvent is the one which is present in more amount. Also, solute gets dissolved in solvent. It gets dissolved, and solvent has a power to dissolve solute. Okay, so this is how you define solute and solvent. For example, if I take water and if I add salt into it, so water is going to act as a solvent and salt is going to act as a solute, because solute is present in small amount and also it gets dissolved, and solvent present in large amount and it has the ability to dissolve salt in it. That is why water acting as a solvent and salt acting as a solute in this case. Now we have solution based upon the concentration of solute and solvent. That means how much solute is present in a solution. Based on that, we can classify solutions into two categories as concentrated solution and dilute solution. Concentrated solution is that which has more solute in it in comparison to solvent, and dilute is the one where solute present in less and solvent is more, where solvent is comparatively more. We can make any solution concentrated or dilute depending upon the amount of solute that we are adding. Now I think you will be able to find the statement which is true. Concentrated solution, we know that concentrated is the one which has more amount of solute dissolved in a large amount of solvent. False, because it has to be small amount of solvent. A dilute solution is that which has small amount of solute, right, dissolved in a small amount of solvent. False, because here in this case the solvent amount is more. A dilute solution has a small amount of solute, fine, and large amount of solvent. Yes, correct. Concentrated has got small amount of solute. False, because it has more amount of solute. So which option is correct, student, here? Option C is correct, because it is properly defined. Dilute solution, small amount of solute but more amount of solvent. Next question is, A student poured 100 ml of water into a beaker and boiled it till all the water gets evaporated. So a beaker which contains 100 ml of water, 100 ml of water, and boiled it till all the water gets evaporated. So he is boiling it and water is getting, evaporated. These are vapors, let's say. So which of the following graphs correctly shows the change in temperature of the water? I hope you all know what is temperature basically. Temperature is defined as degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Degree of hotness or a coldness of a body. And we can measure temperature by using thermometer. Okay, in different scales like degrees Celsius, in Fahrenheit or in Kelvin. Now talking about water, we know that water exists in three states: ice, water, and you have vapor or steam. It is solid form, it is liquid form, and it is gaseous form of water. Now we know that ice exists below 0 degrees Celsius, or we can say that melting point of ice is 0 degree Celsius, and boiling point of water is 100 degree. Means above 100 it forms gaseous state. Above 100 it forms gaseous state. So that means if we divide the scale 0 degrees Celsius, let's say 100 degrees Celsius, so below this you get ice, here you get water, and above 100 you get vapors or steam. Okay, now here the graphs are plotted between temperature and time. So if we have water, obviously the temperature would be between 0 to 100. Temperature would be between 0 to 100. So when you keep on heating it, then the temperature will definitely rise. So changing temperature, when we are heating, temperature is getting increased, and that is why water will get converted into gaseous state. This what happens when you heat it. So therefore first graph is incorrect, because here you can see temperature is falling down on heating, which is not possible. In second, you can see that temperature is increasing linearly. So that's fine, the time temperature is increasing, because when you heat something, temperature increase linearly. But here the temperature, like here it is shown that at 0 degrees Celsius water was present, because we know that 0 degrees Celsius the state is ice, not water. It starts melting at that point. So that is why it is wrong. C says that temperature remains constant, which is incorrect. When you heat something, temperature cannot remain constant. So therefore the correct answer is option D, because it shows that temperature remains constant for some time and then it starts increasing. So which option is correct, student? Option D is correct. Next question. 10 grams of CaCO3 on heating leaves behind a residue weighing 5.6 grams. So CaCO3 is being heated. What is CaCO3? Calcium carbonate, also called as limestone or marble. So when you heat it, it gets decomposed. So basically we say it shows decomposition reaction, breaking down into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So when 10 grams of calcium carbonate were on heating, it leaves behind a residue weighing 5.6 grams. Okay, residue left is 5.6 grams. Now we know that this is gas. So basically residue is the weight of calcium oxide only. It's a weight of calcium oxide only. So if somebody asks you how much CO2 is liberated, obviously CO2 liberated would be 10 minus this, because initially it was this, you got this, so rest mass was of gas. So it comes out to be 4.4 grams. So that means CO2 is 4.4 grams. That means now carbon dioxide released in the atmosphere at STP, we have to find the volume. Carbon dioxide released in the atmosphere at STP, how we'll find the volume of this gas? So basically we know that the mass of carbon dioxide is 12 plus 16 into 2 comes out to be 44 grams. So one molecule weighs 44 grams. So 44 grams of CO2 at STP, it occupies a volume of 22.4 liters. We know that these are the standard condition of temperature and pressure, and volume exists as 22.4. Now, if we have 4.4 grams of CO2, then how much volume it will occupy? Obviously, it will occupy 22.4 divided by 44 into 4.4, which comes out to be 2.24 liters. So, therefore, the correct answer is, students, is option A. So, which answer is correct? Option A is correct. So, the question says now, a student tested the solubility of 4 different substances and at different temperatures in 100 grams of water and collected the following data. Here we have a data given. That is, you can see 4 samples: potassium nitrate, sodium chloride, potassium chloride and ammonium chloride, and their solubility at different temperatures. The amount which is present at given temperature. Solute basically in 100 ml of water. This is given. Now, if the amount of water taken is reduced by 20%, like it has taken 100 grams, now it is reduced by 20%, then what amount of ammonium chloride would be required? Ammonium chloride would be required to prepare its saturated solution at 353 Kelvin. And it is given that when you take 100 grams, a saturated solution is prepared by taking up 66 grams of ammonium chloride. Now we need to find it that when we reduce water by 20%, then how much ammonium chloride will be required to make the solution saturated. Now if it is reduced by 20%, we can write that the amount of water available would be 100 minus 100 into 20 by 100. So it comes out to be, how much water is available now? 80 grams is available. 80 grams is available. So in 100 grams, how much solute was present? 66 grams. So in 80 grams, how will you find it out? You will find by 66 divided by 100 into 80. So if you will solve for it, it will come out to be 53 grams. So basically by unitary method we have done that in 100 grams it is 66. So in 1 gram it is 66 by 100. So in 80 grams it is 66 by 100 into 80. Solve for it and you will get your answer as 53 grams. So therefore the correct answer for this option would be option C. Next question. The largest number of N atoms are found in. We need to find number of N atoms. So which has got more number of N atoms? 50 grams of NO2, 150 ml of liquid pyridine, 25 grams of N2O or 0.5 mole of N2. Now let me tell you the easiest way. We know that we can find number of atoms by using the formula number of atoms by calculating the moles first and then multiplying it with Avogadro's number. This is how you find. And you also know that we can find mole by using the given mass divided by the molecular mass. And we also know that we can find the molecular mass by writing the mass of one atom, adding it to mass of another type of atom. And if the number of atoms are 2, 3, you multiply with coefficients. Means 1, 2, 3 depending upon the number of atoms which makes that particular molecule. So basically if you try it out, then you will find that if you find for 50 grams of NO2, so basically it the formula, like the way of calculating would be mass 50, molecular mass is going to be 14 plus 16 into 2. Okay. So into Avogadro's number, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23. So if you will find for the same, you will find it out that first this one contains how many atoms? 6.55 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms. And in second you have got 150 ml of liquid pyridine. Then you can find it the same way. But here, in order to find the mass, we need to multiply volume with density. Okay. So mass we can find, volume you have 150 ml, density is given 0.983. So you can find the given mass, which will come out to be 79 grams. So once you have this mass, you can put it 79, and if you will find the molecular mass, it will come out to be 147.45 into Avogadro's number. Okay, so if you will solve for it, so for pyridine, it will come out to be 11.24 into 10 raised to power again 23 atoms. Okay, for this you already have mass, so 25 divided by 14 into 2 plus 16. Okay, so if you will find it for this, you will get your answer as 6.84 into 10 raised to power 23. So this is for the third one. Same way, you have moles already given. So you already have moles, you don't have to find moles. So multiply it directly with the Avogadro number and you will get it as fourth one 6.023 into 10 raised to power 23. So if you compare all these 1, 2 and 3, 4 number of atoms, so you will find it out that it is maximum for option B, that is for pyridine. So this way you need to find it out. And the other easiest way is just find their number of moles, because here they haven't asked you to write the number of atoms. You don't have to find the correct number of atoms. So if you will find number of moles, then after finding number of moles you can easily have your answer, because a molecule which has more number of moles is definitely going to have more number of atoms. So that way also you can do it. That is to avoid such big calculations, you can just find number of moles, and a molecule which has more number of moles will definitely have more number of atoms. Next, identify the masses of sodium chloride and water respectively that is required to obtain 175 grams of 15% solution. So basically, what do we mean by concentration? This numerical is based on concentration. Concentration means the amount of solute which is added to a solution at given temperature. Okay, so we can find concentration using a method called as mass percentage. So how we calculate? We write mass of solute divided by total mass of solution, that is adding mass of solute and solvent and multiplying it with 100. Now here mass percentage is already given. See, it is given 15%, and total mass of the solution is also given 175. But we don't have the masses of sodium chloride in water. So let's solve for sodium chloride first. So let's say we are finding it for sodium chloride. So simply you can find it out. 15 into 175 divided by 100 will give you the mass of NaCl. And if you will solve for it, you will get the answer as 26.25 grams. Now once you have mass for NaCl, we can find it for water. So mass of total mass minus mass of sodium chloride will give you the mass of water, which will come out to be 148.75. So that means mass of water is 148.75 and mass of NaCl is 26.25 grams. So that means here the correct option is option A. Correct answer is option A. Next question. The boiling points of diethyl ether, acetone, N-butyl alcohol is given 35 degrees Celsius, 56 degrees Celsius, 118 degrees Celsius respectively. Which one of the following correctly represents their boiling points in the Kelvin scale? Now we know that temperature is basically the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Degree of coldness or a hotness of a body, and it is measured by thermometer. Instrument which is used to measure it is thermometer. And we have different kind of scales of measuring temperature: degrees Celsius, Kelvin, as well as Fahrenheit. So here we are talking about degree Celsius and Kelvin. So we can convert degree Celsius into Kelvin. How? By simply adding 273. The reason being 0 degrees Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin. Okay, so we can convert degree Celsius into Kelvin. So let's say we have 35 degrees Celsius. So 35 added to 273 you will get as 308 Kelvin. Likewise, for 56 degrees Celsius can be converted to Kelvin again by adding 273. You will get 329 Kelvin. Third, 118 again can be converted into Kelvin scale by adding 273, and it comes out to be 391 Kelvin. So the answer option basically, which has 308, 329 and 391 as option, would be correct. That is option C. So therefore, you should always remember that scales of temperature, they have certain relation in them. Using that, we can convert the scales. Next question says, the figure below shows three different types of leukocytes. So you have three different types of leukocytes. Which of the leukocytes shown produces antibodies to fight pathogens? Here you have the picture. So you have three types of leukocytes. I hope you all know, if we talk about blood, blood has got three types of cells in it: RBCs, WBCs and platelets. Now RBCs are red blood cells, and their main characteristic is that they contain red color pigment in them, which is hemoglobin, which is concerned with the transportation of gases. Now if I talk about WBCs, white blood cells, their main function is that they can protect our body from infection causing agents, or we can say that they act as soldiers of a body, because they build our immunity, or they give us strength and the power to fight with the infection causing agents. And platelets, they are involved in the process of blood clotting. They are involved in the process of blood clotting to prevent excess loss of blood. Now here this question is somehow related to WBCs. So WBCs are also called as leukocytes. Other name for WBC is leukocytes. And I told you that WBC help, or you can say they provide immunity to a body. Immunity means resistance against disease. Resistance against diseases. So there are different types of leukocytes which are performing different functions. So how basically leukocyte protect us from infection causing agent? Either it secretes some antibodies which fight against infection causing agents, or else what it does, it eats the infection causing agent. It eats up the infection causing agent. So in both ways it is protecting our body from diseases. Okay, so basically in that case it is building our immunity. So out of this XYZ, one which produce antibodies, they are white, that is lymphocyte. So out of these three, option C is correct, because Y is identified as lymphocyte, and it protect our body by producing antibodies which can fight against pathogens, that is infection causing agents. Next question, which microorganism plays an important role in the nitrogen cycle? Bacteria, algae, fungi, or all the above? Let me tell you, correct answer is option A. Correct answer is option A. It plays an important role in the nitrogen cycle. Basically, what is nitrogen cycle? See, nitrogen is present in air, or else you can say that if we speak about any cycle, they are called as biogeochemical cycles. What do we call them as? Biogeochemical cycles. So basically these cycles are the cyclic, which indicates the cyclic flow of nutrients and other substances between abiotic and the biotic factors. It is basically a cyclic flow of nutrients or other things between biotic and abiotic components of the ecosystem. So if we talk about nitrogen cycle, bacteria plays an important role. And which bacteria? Rhizobium bacteria. Which bacteria? Rhizobium bacteria. Because this bacteria, is capable of fixing atmospheric nitrogen. It has the power to fix atmospheric nitrogen and convert into nitrogen compound, that is nitrates and nitrites. So this plays an important role, and this bacteria is present in the root nodules of leguminous plants like pea. Okay, So bacteria plays an important role, therefore undoubtedly the correct answer is option A. Next question. Cholera occurs when people do not have access to proper sanitation, that is clean water supply, hygienic food and living conditions. So cholera is an airborne disease, waterborne disease or foodborne disease. Now let me tell you, if we talk about cholera, so cholera, is a disease which spreads when you drink, impure water. Basically it's a waterborne disease. Okay, when water has some infection causing agent in it, or foodborne disease, that is eating the contaminated food. So basically what happens, like if your food gets contaminated, if I take an example of mosquito, we often say that do not keep your food without a lid. Cover your food item and then place it. So when we go out and eat vendor food, we can see that they keep all the food items without lid. So mosquitoes or flies, when they sit there and they sit on the infection causing agent also, they pass the infection causing agent to the food item, and if you consume that food item, that infection causing agent will go inside your body, multiply, causing disease. So basically cholera occurs, it is a waterborne as well as foodborne disease. That means diseases which are spread due to contaminated water and contaminated food. So here the correct answer is option B. Option B is the right answer. And I hope you all know diseases always cause discomfort. So we need to protect ourselves definitely from disease causing agents so that we can remain healthy, in the healthy state where you don't have any sort of discomfort. Next question. Which of the following reproduces only in a host cell? So you have got option A, B, C and D. Now let me tell you that these all are microorganisms. All the pictures represent microorganisms. And what are microorganisms? They are the tiny organisms that we cannot see with our naked eye because they are very small. So how can we see them? We can see them by using an instrument, that is microscope. And we have got different types of microorganisms. We have got bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoan. So we have got different varieties. Now let me tell you that out of them, virus is a microorganism which is considered to be dead, but it becomes living when it enters into a host cell, because it utilizes the host cell machinery and complete all its required activities. And virus cause many diseases like AIDS, flu. These all are caused by virus. So option A shows an virus that it goes inside the host cell, becomes living, utilize its machinery and replicate. So which option is correct? Option A. Next question says, the given diagram represents, this you have a diagram and it represents, here you can see nucleus, oval or rounded cells, oil globules. Let me tell you, it represents adipose tissue. It represents adipose tissue. So if I talk about tissues are basically group of cells which are similar in structure and also structure as well as function. Similar in structure as well as function. So basically here in tissues, we have different kind of tissues, and in that we have one category which states adipose tissue, one kind of connective tissue. So adipose tissue is actually the fat which is present below your skin. It represents a fatty layer which is present below your skin or around your visceral organs, and it acts as a cushion. Basically it acts as a cushion and also it acts as an insulator. Now adipose tissue contains cells called as adipocytes, which has got big fat droplet inside it. So this picture represents adipose tissue, that is nucleus, rounded cells, oil globules. So this is basically adipose tissue. So which option is correct here, students? Option C. Next question. Most of the global warming is due to perturbation of which of these cycles? Nitrogen cycle, carbon cycle, water cycle, or all of the above. Now let me explain you global warming. What is global warming? Global warming means increase in the temperature of the atmosphere from its normal value. Okay, excessive increase in the temperature of the atmosphere. Now how does it occur? We all know that carbon dioxide gas is also one of the component of the air. Now this gas has a property, when sun rays come, we know that sun rays consist of different rays. You have got infrared rays also, you have got UV rays also, you have visible rays also coming from the sun. So visible rays are not harmful for us because it gives color to everything that you see around. UV rays are stopped by the ozone layer, and infrared rays cause heating effect. So when these rays come, they carbon dioxide molecule allow them to pass through, but when they strike the surface of earth, they get reflected back. Now once they get reflected back and pass back from the atmosphere, they get trapped in the carbon dioxide molecules. The reason being their wavelength increases, and once the carbon dioxide allow them to enter, but after multiple reflection it doesn't allow that wavelength of infrared rays to escape out. So as a result, these infrared rays get trapped in carbon dioxide molecule, and because they cause heating effect, so that is why it leads to increase in the temperature of atmosphere, which we call it as global warming, and it causes ecological imbalance. So any activity or any cycle which increases the carbon dioxide content in the atmosphere will definitely lead to global warming. So out of these three, carbon cycle is the one which can be a cause of global warming, because we know that carbon occur in atmosphere in the form of carbon dioxide. So if the carbon dioxide is not properly regulated, then more amount of carbon dioxide will be accumulated in atmosphere, and it's a greenhouse gas causing global warming. So which option is correct here? Option B. Next question. Which of the following classes of animals have scales on their bodies? Which out of them has got scales over their bodies? Now let me tell you, options are mammals, you have fishes, you have reptiles, and also you have amphibians. Now let me tell you, out of them, the animals which have scales on their bodies, in this answer what is going to be right, let me tell you that. But before, we have to learn something about these classes. So basically they they have some few important characteristics in them. And out of them, which have scales would be, what do you think, 1 2 1 2 3 or 2 3 4? What do you think would be the right answer here? Yes, you got it right. It is option B, that is 1 2 and 3. That is B part, 1 2 and 3. They have got scales over their bodies. Now if I talk about reptiles particularly, then you know that reptiles are basically cold-blooded animals. Their body is covered with scales, and also they cannot regulate their body temperature as per the atmospheric temperature. So that is the reason it makes reptiles different from others. And if I talk about this, in this, which organisms fall, fishes falls in this category. So basically here also they have got scales over their body. You know that fishes' bodies are covered with scales. So which option is correct here? Option B is correct. And few of the mammals also, they have got scales. In this question, it is asked that which of the following statements are true about tendons? First statement, it's a fibrous tissue with great strength and limited flexibility. Second, it connects muscle to bone. Third, it is widely spaced and smoothens bone surfaces at joints. Now let me explain you about connective tissue, because it falls in that category. Connective tissue is basically a tissue which connects, connects different tissues together, and also it is formed of many fibers in it. Okay, and let me tell you that under this category we have one connective tissue, that is dense connective tissue. So in dense connective tissue we have got tendons and ligaments. We have tendons and ligaments. Now tendons are, fibrous tissue, and because they have got lot of collagen fiber in them, and they connect muscle to bone. They connect muscle to bone. And if I talk about ligaments, they connect bone to bone. Now here we are talking about tendons. So is it a fibrous tissue with great strength and limited flexibility? Yes. Does it connect muscle to bone? Yes. It is widely spaced and smoothen bone surfaces at joints. It is false for tendons because we are representing a cartilage, not a property of tendon. So basically here which statements are correct in accordance with tendons? That is 1 and 2. So which option is correct here? Option A is correct. So correct answer is option A. Next, in which of the given biogeochemical cycles the process of respiration and photosynthesis play a central role? That means when we are talking about biogeochemical cycles, I told you it is a cyclic flow or exchange of nutrients or other substances between abiotic and biotic component. Now we have to tell that in which cycle do you see respiration and photosynthesis playing a central role, main role. So let me tell you, it plays a central role in which cycle? In carbon cycle. In carbon cycle. Because we know that we have, that carbon is present in atmosphere in the form of carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide is taken by plants for photosynthesis. That is process of making their own food. And plants are eaten up by animals. Okay. And when animals respire, they give out CO2. And as a result of photosynthesis, plants give out O2. And this O2 is used up by the animals for the respiration. So if you will see the carbon, cycle, you will see that respiration and photosynthesis plays a key role, a central role, because both of them are there for, like CO2 is taken up by plants for photosynthesis, but when they respire, then they liberate CO2. But at daytime when they are photosynthesizing, they are utilizing CO2. And reverse is true when they respire, like they respire like us. So which option is correct here? Option C is correct. Next, what type of cell is shown in the given figure? Here we have a figure. Now I hope you all know that this cell represents root hair, a cytoplasmic extension of root hair, because sperm cell is involved in sperm cells look like this, and neuron is something like this. This is how you draw neuron, that is dendrites, cell body, axon. It is one of the largest cell of our body, and it is root hair cell. And if I talk about blood cells, we have got different type of blood cells, RBCs, WBC and platelets, and also they have got different features. Now here you can see that we have cell wall also, we have cell membrane also, you have a tonoplast also. So basically it is a plant cell, and this extension is root hair cell, cytoplasmic extension of root hair. So which answer is correct, students? Option B is correct. Option B is correct. So with this we have come to an end. I hope you have understood all the questions and you have realized what to do, what not to do, and also the tips and tricks which I shared with you. So next time if you get same type of questions, I believe you will not make any sort of mistakes. So better luck for next time. Bye bye from my side and all the best. Thank you.